The museum started its conservation lab in 1937 with the appointment of Sheldon Keck, a paintings conservator. It was one of the first labs in the United States. Treatments in 1940 are a lot different than treatments in 2021. So what the conservators now are doing is reversing all of these treatments from the 40s, and they'll be applying new techniques today that are more stable and will be better for the picture. Direct care is really encompassing any behavior or action that directly affects the preservation of an object. But it can also include not active conservation, but preventive conservation. Working with making sure that there's a proper environment maintained, making sure that the light level and exposure is appropriate for the object, making sure the object is handled appropriately. All of those things affect the care and preservation of an object. With the advent of COVID, we had to shut the museum down for a long period of time. We very quickly started making weekly trips into the museum to basically inspect the building from top to bottom. Cecily Brown was a really interesting artwork to acquire during this past year because we actually acquired it after we had shut down. Our team of paintings conservators worked with our art handlers. It's a huge painting, so it was really about a week's worth of work to get it even unrolled and installed. Another project is we finished our Bank of America funded Assyrian Relief project. We had 6 Assyrian reliefs that we were treating, and because of generous funding from Bank of America, we actually could do something super innovative. In the 1950s, the reliefs were installed on the wall, much like a bricklayer would install bricks on the wall. So they were basically stacks of stone fit together with mortar. And sometimes you're not so careful with things. So in the 1950s, they actually put mortar on the surface of the reliefs, leaving it as this dark gray disfiguring area. And one of the best ways to get the mortar off was with a laser, which is definitely a state-of-the-art, super cool tool that we could use for this project to safely ablate, like heat the mortar up to the point where it popped off the surface, not damaging the underlying alabaster stone. I'm looking forward to actually opening the Asian galleries. We've managed to open Korea, China, and Japan. And we have Southeast Asia, the Himalayas, Buddhism, India, and Islam left. And it will be really exciting when we finally get those galleries open and ready to share that collection with the public.